Have you ever just felt stuck trying to explain when something happened in English? Well, it turns out the key might be hiding in these old grammar notes. Today, we're going to dive into them, decode them, and put together a visual toolkit that'll help you finally master English tenses. Think of it as learning how to control time in your conversations. So, the very first thing these notes ask is a really important question. Is tense the same thing as time? It seems pretty simple on the surface, but really getting the difference here, that's the secret to unlocking everything else.
And boom, here's our answer. Just think of tense as the GPS you use to get around in time. It's the tool, those specific verb forms, that tells everyone listening exactly where you are on the timeline. Are we in the past, the present, or the future?
Okay, so here's our game plan. We'll start by making sure we get the link between tense and time. Then we'll journey through the present, jump back to the past, and look ahead to the future. After all that, we'll put everything together into your complete toolkit. All right, let's jump in. Our first stop on this trip is right now, the present. And this isn't just one single tense. It's more like a set of tools that we use to talk about a couple of different kinds of now. The stuff happening this very second, and the things that just happen regularly, like our habits or simple facts. Let's start with the absolute foundation, the simple present. And you can see right here, this is the raw formula, pulled straight from the original notes. It's just the subject, the basic verb, sometimes with an S or ES, and the object. It's actually beautifully simple.
So, when do you actually use this thing? Well, the notes point to two main jobs. First, for habits, things you do over and over again. And second, for universal truths, facts that are just always true.
This is the classic example of a universal truth, right? The sun rises in the east. See, this action isn't just happening for a moment. It's a constant, unchanging fact. And that makes it the perfect job for the simple present. Now, to give people a heads up that we're talking about habits, we often use specific little signal words. The original notes had these kind of scattered all over the place, so we've pulled them together into this handy table for you. Words like always, often, seldom, never, these are your clues that you're in simple present territory. But what about stuff that's happening right now, this instant? For that, we need a different tool, the present continuous. So if we look back at the notes, we can see the formula. Subject plus a be verb, so am, is, or are, plus the main verb with that ing ending. The big difference here, the key word, is immediacy. You use the present continuous for actions that are still going on. They're in progress at the exact moment that you are speaking. It is all about what is happening right now. And this example from the notes just nails it. He is reading a book at this moment. The action, the reading, is happening and it's continuing right now. You can almost see it happening in your head, can't you? That's the real power of the present continuous. All right, let's leave the present moment behind and take a trip back in time. We're now heading into the past, where we're going to talk about actions that are completely and totally finished. Our first tool for this journey is the simple past. As you can see from the formula, it's pretty straightforward. Subject plus the second form of the verb, what people sometimes call V2, and then the object. This is your absolute go-to for any action that is done and dusted. So, the most important thing to remember here is that the action is 100% over. It started in the past and it ended in the past. There's zero connection to what's happening now. It's a completely closed chapter. Just look at this example. He came last night. The action, came, is finished. The time, last night, is also finished. It's just a simple, crystal clear statement about a single, completed event. But what if an action was in progress at a specific point in the past? Well, for that, we need the past continuous. The formula is subject plus was or were, and the verb with ing. Now, this is really important. This tense is often used to set the scene for another action to come crashing in. This example shows you exactly how it works. You have this longer background action. I was reading a newspaper, and it gets interrupted by a short, sudden action. She called me up. So the past continuous describes the scene, and the simple past is the interruption. Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting. What if you have two things that happened in the past, and you have to show which one happened first? For that, we bring in the past perfect. The easiest way to think of it is as the past of the past. It's how we make the sequence of events super clear. Let's break down this awesome example from the notes. We have two things that happened.
We arrived, and the film started. So which one happened first? The past perfect tells us, plain as day, the film had started. That action was already over and done with before we walked in. It's all about putting things in the right order.
So, we've covered the present and we've explored the past. Now, it's time to fire up the time machine again and look ahead to learn how to navigate the future. Our main tool for talking about the future is, you guessed it, the simple future. And the formula we get from the notes is super clean. Subject plus will or shall, and then just the basic form of the verb. Easy. So we use this tense to talk about what we think or believe is going to happen down the road. It's perfect for making predictions, stating facts about the future, or even making those on-the-spot, spontaneous decisions. Here we have a perfect example of a future fact. The train will arrive on time. It's a statement about a scheduled event, something that we fully expect to happen later on. It's clean, simple, and straight to the point. Whew! We've journeyed through the past, the present, and the future. So now, for the grand finale, let's put it all together on a single timeline to really see how these tools give us complete control over our stories.
This timeline really puts everything into perspective, doesn't it? Back in the past, we have finished actions, like he came last night. Here in the present, we have things happening now, like he is reading now. And looking forward to the future, we have predictions like he will take his exam. See, each tense isn't just some boring grammar rule. It's a specific coordinate on this map of time. And that's what gives you the power to tell your story with incredible precision.
So, there you have it. We took those old, handwritten pages and turned them into a clear, visual system for navigating time. The tools are officially in your hands now, which leaves just one question. Now that you're a time master, which tense are you going to use first?